Hey guys, what's going on? Today, in this video, I'll be talking about personal essays. So whether you are a leaving cert student, college student, university, whatever it is you're doing in life and you feel like you want to learn how to write a personal essay, this is the right video for you. So stay tuned and keep watching. The first thing that you want to know about personal essays, you said it, it's personal, it's about you. So you don't want to write a short story. You want to write a story about yourself, still keeping it very personal. So the tone is personal. That is very important. You got to keep that in mind the entire time as you're writing. So a lot of students have a problem knowing the difference between a short story and a personal essay, and I acknowledge, I understand. So if you are writing a personal essay, like you're 17, 18 years old, you are writing about yourself, and a lot of people find it hard, like, what is it about my life that can be personal but interesting? The thing is, we don't want it to be as interesting as a short story. That's why you're choosing to write a personal essay, because we want to know you, about your life, about what you've been through. Now you might tell me, I have never been through anything. I'm sure if you dig up, you'll find stuff that you have been through that others haven't. Anxious moments, romance, terror, God forbid, I don't know, anything that's a phobia, a disease, again, God forbid, things like that. Right. Now, as I say, the difference is the personal tone. Unlike when you write a short story where your character is just someone that you make up, in personal essays, that character is you. So, the difference is, a short story has a plot and a climax and setting and fictional characters and rising action and falling action. Nope, we don't need any of that when it comes to personal essays. A personal essay is a series of related ideas or anecdotes which reveal your personality, opinions, memories, and feelings. And when I say, like, sometimes they will tell you, write a personal essay about what friendship means to you. So this is literally one of the years that this question came up and I had a ring in my mind. I have heard and seen such question before, and how I would answer this, I would definitely, start with what friendship means to me. I will start my personal essay by saying, all my life I've been making friends, but so far only a few of them have shown me to be loyal, or something like that. And I will be creative, and I'll try to come up with a catchy introduction. Now this is different from a short story, but not that much, because even a short story, we try to start it in a very creative way, a hook to grab the reader's attention. A lot of people disagree with me, but even in personal essays, you gotta grab my attention. So I don't wanna be reading your personal essay and feeling bored. So you wanna tell me about that personal essay and about your personal experience and make me really know and imagine. So imagery is very important. I wanna know and imagine the exact thing that you've been through. Now I know teachers and students have way different levels of writing, and it's very difficult for both of us to write at the same level. It's almost impossible. But what I would want to tell you is, keep going in terms of practice. Try to attempt as many personal essays as you can, and just keep practicing and have your teacher correct them and tell you about your intro, your outro, your body, all that. Now, the style of writing for a personal essay is completely up to you. Like, there isn't a rule like a short story. You need to have, resolution and climbing, like a rising action and a climax. But in personal essay wise, it's all up to you. You can use descriptive writing, rhetorical questions, lists, or humor, or something like that. Personally, what I think about personal essays, how I would write them, I wouldn't write a story, but I would always say, like, I would back up my personal essay with an inside story about that incident. So I would say, I don't know, like, if the question is about friendship, I would say, I would also tell a story in my personal essay about how that one friend stabbed me in the back, and I would say why and what taught me about friendship from that story. So I'm writing a paragraph, and inside that paragraph there's a 3-4 line story, well, of course, a 3-4 line story about what happened to me with that guy and how he made me feel about friendship. From this, I extracted information and I made you understand what I think about friendship. So this is what the examiners really look for. Now, A personal essay could not be made into a TV show. So this is how it differs from short story writing. It's anticlimactic. So we don't look for a climax. It goes like this. We don't care how how interesting it is, or how we don't want to know. We want to know you through your writing. So there are certain things that you need to know when you write. Like observations are very important. Like life and love and like you need to tell me about how you see things differently than I do. And that's why we ask you things personally. Identify problems and offer solutions. Don't moan about them, and don't just cry about things. Like if they ask you what is your personal opinion about the current situation that is going on in the United States or even in the world about COVID-19 or about, I don't know, Ebola or about whatever it is, they wouldn't ask you that detail for higher or ordinary, but what is your opinion on the impact of disease on education? This is definitely 2021. The theme of 2021 will be something related to disease, COVID-19, something like that. I can predict it, so I'm just thinking, I 100% actually think there's going to be something related to COVID-19. And this is an off-topic tip, but don't take it for granted because, I cannot see the future. Use your imagination when you write personal essays. I know a lot of the stuff that I'm telling you is like, okay, it's very easy to say, but it's very hard to implement. But again, I cannot tell you, like, you don't have a certain rule to follow. Like, I cannot explain to you how to write a personal essay like I explained Hamlet, or like I explained Macbeth, or A Doll's House, or any of these texts. So for you, it's about practice. It's like looking at the question, breaking it up. How can I relate? What happened to me in this sense? And ask yourself, really, if this was a question that like meant life or death to me, how would I answer it? This is how you approach a personal essay. You think about you. You don't make up stuff. I'm like a lot of students I know make up stuff, but I would never advise you to do such thing. Always speak your mind, speak the truth. You can even go very personal. That's completely fine. So, for instance, if you've got an issue with, I don't know, for instance, I have a problem with airplanes. I'm phobic, all right? I don't like planes. So I would probably write something about that, kind of make it relevant to the question. Of course, if it's not possible to be relevant, then I'm just going to choose some other thing to talk about that happened to me. I know I'm like 28 years old, and I've been through things that you haven't, but you too have been through things that I haven't. So you need to talk about these things that make the difference. So that's why this is exactly what personal essays are. Also, quotes. Like, why not use quotes from singers, writers, philosophers, war heroes, whatever it is, depending on the question. All right, so this is very important for you to know. I think I covered everything in terms of personal essay writing. All you gotta do is attempt and show your teacher. That is my number one, that's the rule of thumb of writing. Attempt, show your teacher, get feedback. And if you're not getting feedback, post on StudyClicks or whatever and ask for students who are better. It's never embarrassing to admit that someone is better than you in a certain subject. So ask them to correct it for you. Email me. I'll do my best. I'm very busy, but I'll do my best to mark it for you or to even talk to you about it. Or post them down in the comments below and I'll make sure to answer all your questions about personal essays. So please go ahead and post a comment if you have any questions. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.